So how will Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 2 end? This is my Fortnite theory. And if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. So let's go into it. There has been a lot of Fortnite theories on how will Fortnite Season 2 end, and everyone can't wait for that to happen. So today I will give you my theory. So to begin my theory, first we have to talk about the Shadow and the Ghost. So the whole story about this season is the battle between Shadow and Ghost. And if you guys remember, in the previous season we had the alter ego and the ego. Well, the ego is the Ghost and the alter ego is the Shadow. So both of these factions are spying on each other. But I do believe there is one more faction. There is one more hidden faction that might explain it all. So in the files, people have found some of the new symbols. And maybe this symbol is gonna be the symbol for this third faction. They are a secret organization who is spying on both of the Ghost and the Shadow, and they don't probably have a clue about it. My belief is that Peely is a member of this organization, and that's why if you do the secret challenges for Peely in the rooms of all of the other characters, you will see that Peely is actually spying on all of the other skins. Also, if you guys look in the main lobby, you can see in the background where the battle pass is, Peely is gliding around, probably searching for some information. Also, if you look at the loading screen for Peely, you will see that it uses the phrase "our man." This is usually a reference for the double agents. So when you say we have our man on the inside, that would mean that Peely is just acting as one of these members. That's why we don't have to choose the Peely skin. We actually get both variants of the skin in the battle pass. And that is why after you do the secret challenges for Peely, the video is by the way gonna be in the description if you guys didn't do it, you will get a secret agent Peely keycard. I think this keycard doesn't belong to Ghost or Shadow. This is the proof that there is another faction. So what will happen with all of these factions in the end of Chapter 2 Season 2? I think that this third faction that Peely is a member of will manage to destroy both Ghost and Shadow. I believe that this third faction might be the original agency, as when you go in the back of the shop in the retail row, you will see that there is a picture of the agency. But this agency is not the same as the agency we have in the game. I believe this is going to be a future reference that the agency will be moved to another place. And that other place will probably be on a mountain, as we can definitely see that on the picture on the wall, the agency is actually on the mountain, and there are huge differences between the agency that we have now. For example, if you look at the flags, if you look at the sculptures, and if you just look at the background, it totally looks different. But maybe this is, the old agency. Regardless, I think Agent Peely and the super secret organization will manage to destroy the Shadow, and they will take the place of the Ghost. I also think that the Chaos Agent has lost the leadership of the Shadow. So Chaos Agent is definitely not the leader of the Shadow anymore. And I think that secret organization have recruited him to help them destroy Shadow. That's why we get the Slurp pack and Chaos Agent in the background. That's why I think the Slurp Legends pack was blue, because the Chaos Agent would make them red. Usually his army is red. I also believe that maybe he is the one that was kept in the shark prison, and I believe after he finishes the job, his next destination will probably be that special prison place on the shark. Another reason why I believe that he was the one that escaped from the shark is this loading screen. Epic Games usually gives us a clue in the loading screen. If we go into the Dangerous Waters loading screen, it will say the shark swims at midnight. And we will see this diver on the right, which actually, if you think about it, really looks like the Chaos Agent. So this might be the Chaos Agent running away from the shark. the Midas storyline. So we can see that Midas is definitely obsessed with turning stuff into gold. We can see that by going into his room and seeing all of the skins that he had turned into gold. I believe Midas is extremely greedy and he is trying to turn every skin into a golden skin.
But Chinikov, Midas will make a doomsday device. He won't turn everyone into gold. Everyone told me that.
Maybe he will make a doomsday device. Maybe. But I do believe he will turn everyone into gold, and here is why. Midas is materialistic. Midas likes stuff. So him destroying everything doesn't make too much sense. But you know, maybe in Fortnite it does. Let's continue with the video. Make it a part of his collection. The biggest clue to that is, for example, that we have to get to level 300 to get a golden peely. That shows us the future a bit. That shows us that Midas has turned all of the skins around him into golden skins. Also on the table of the Midas skin, we can definitely see a photo of a female skin. By looking through the files, I have found that the name of the skin is the Engineer. And also on his table we can see a wrench. I believe that skin is probably his wife. And I know this is hard to believe, but I think his wife is the member of the Seven. So what Midas is trying to do in the basement of the agency, he is trying to turn the whole island into gold. I don't believe he's making a doomsday device. He is just trying to make everything gold without anyone trying to stop him. And you guys might say, well, why doesn't he just go out around and, turn stuff into gold? Because still he can die. And that's why he needs to make this device so he can turn everything into gold. So after he finishes making the device, he plans on using that device, forcing the Seven to arrive and save us. That way he hopes he can see his wife again, who will come and stop him. I believe Midas will turn on the device and he will grow stronger, kind of dying and becoming the mythical being of Oro. Then he will probably be confronted by one of the agents like Agent Peely, and that's why we have Agent Peely is the last level 300 skin. Then the members of the Seven will probably intervene and stop Midas. I believe the ending of Midas will probably have something to do with the water, in which the water will wash away his powers. That's how in the next season we will get a new variant of the Oro skin, which is gonna be this skin. But what will happen to the agency? Will the agency still exist? Well, if you look into this video of Deadpool promo, you will see that there is no one in the agency. The voice that is calling Deadpool is probably Agent Peely. And if we also look at the magazine that he is reading, we will see that the Agent Peely is the man of the year. So Agent Peely will definitely be one of the key factors of defeating Midas. So I believe this clip is actually from the future, in which Deadpool thinks he is so well hidden, but actually Peely knows where he is. And that's why he now has to do his job. Who are the Seven? So in the previous seasons we have known the Seven, and most of us guessed that the members of the Seven are the Visitor, the Scientist, and the Paradigm. Some also say that maybe Singularity is actually a member of the Seven. We do not know that. So on the beginning of the season, in one of the Fortnite trailers, we have seen a reference to the Seven. In this frame, you can definitely see that on the tree there is a carving saying that we know 3 members of the Seven. But it's also seen that there are question marks around the other members of the Seven, which hints that in this season we will probably find out a new member of the Seven. My belief is that the Paradigm skin is Midas's wife. And why do I think that? Well, if we look into the description of this skin, it says her allegiance is unknown, one of the Seven. Now, because she is the member of the Seven, she can't be a member of the Shadow or the Ghost. This is why I believe Midas wants his revenge. She has probably left him because she wanted to become the part of the Seven. Midas doesn't want to forgive her, and that's why Midas wants to destroy everything. I do believe Midas doesn't care about Shadow or the Ghost. He only cares about 2 things. One is his greed, and that is his obsession with collecting skins, and the other one is his wife. I believe she is the member of the Seven because usually the members of the Seven are highly intelligent people, and her name really goes into being a member of the Seven. Her name is the Engineer. So then we would have the Paradigm, we would have the Visitor, the Scientist, and the Engineer. I think this is going to be one of the biggest plot twists in this season. Midas's wife is the member of the Seven. You heard it here first on the Chelnikov channel, and if you heard it somewhere else, well, they're probably copying me. So now this is just a reminder for you guys still watching to like and subscribe to this channel. Trust me, you won't regret it. I will treat you all very nice. Alright, so we got the two main part of the storylines. So now you guys probably think, well, what about the hatches? Well, what we do know is in this week of Midas's challenges, we have found the 5 golden wrenches to open up probably the hatches. In the previous weeks, Midas has captured the Chaos Agent, and since Chaos Agent owned Steamy Stacks, Midas now has the power of Kevin. That's why the hatches are glowing with a pink purplish color of Kevin. That's why I also believe that some parts of the old map might come back. And that will happen when the Seven open up the rift when they come to save this world. Maybe some of the locations will come back because in one of the missions that we have in the last week of Midas challenges was to find greasy graves. And I do believe Epic is trying to tell us that some parts of the map will come back. That's why now at Holy Hedges, Pleasant Park, Sweaty Sands, and Frenzy Farm, we can see these insurance signs. But you know, this is just a theory. Let me know what you guys think about this theory down in the comments. Now, I want to talk about one more thing, which is very interesting in this season, and that's the loading screens. So every season, Epic Games gives us a clue on how will the season end in the loading screens. And if we look into these loading screens, we will see this. Nobody has been talking about this guy, Farmer Steel. And why did we get his loading screen? First off, we can say that this loading screen is a bit random. If we look in the background of the loading screen, we can see that Frenzy Farm is definitely being burned down. He is pissed, he is carrying some boogie bombs, and he is ready for his revenge. So in the description of his skin, it says, "They trampled his corn. Now they're gonna pay." I believe Farmer Steel will probably have some influence to the story. It seems like he is pissed from Shadow and Ghost fighting around him, so now he wants to take stuff into his own hands. So that's why maybe Farmer Steel will have a bigger story maybe in this season or maybe in the next season in Chapter 2, Season 3 of Fortnite. Maybe he has the access to the vault, since he is carrying the boogie bombs which are vaulted currently. Maybe Farmer Steel is the keeper of the vault, something that Singularity did in the previous seasons. If you guys remember the vault event, where when we went to that table, the helmet of the Singularity was on top of it, which means she was probably the keeper of the vault. So as for the live event, I believe it will probably be between Shadow and Ghost, in which Shadow and Ghost are probably going to be together, and together they will try to defeat Midas in his ultimate Oro form. And after we defeated Midas, probably the Shadow and Ghost won't exist anymore. But we will see what will happen in the future. What do you guys think about my theory? I think regardless if it's gonna be true or not, I think it's an excellent story. And honestly, if this is the way Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 2 ends, I would be very happy. I want to give a huge thanks to my subscriber Nuzlocke, as he helped me a lot with coming up with this theory. If you guys want to talk about Fortnite theories, be sure to join on my Discord and let's talk there. If you guys are a fan of the channel, be sure to purchase some merch, like this pretty cool t-shirt. And what do you guys think about what's going to be the theme of the next Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 3? So yeah, what do you think? What's going to be the theme of it? You know, I would really want to go for a magic theme, you know, like to have a lot of magical creatures and magical stuff. So that would be an excellent addition to this game. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about my theory. Let me know what your theory is down in the comments. And if you guys are still watching, of course, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, as you guys are absolute legend. That's gonna be it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.